You're about to uncover the 7 money traps that keep you broke. Fix these, and you'll be on the fast track to building real wealth. The first trap draining your wallet is gambling. You might think a quick bet or lottery ticket could make you rich, but it's the fastest way to lose everything. Every dollar you toss into a casino or a sports bet is a dollar you could have invested in something that grows, like a side hustle or a low-cost index fund. The system's rigged for you to lose, and you're not going to outsmart it. The wealthy don't chase luck. They build systems that work for them. Stop gambling with your future and start stacking real assets instead. Next up, you're buying a house too soon. You might think owning a home is the ultimate goal, but it can be a financial anchor if you're not ready. A big mortgage without enough cash flow locks you into decades of debt, plus maintenance, taxes, and repairs. The rich don't rush into home ownership. They rent until they've got enough capital to buy without stress. They focus on assets that make money first, like rental properties or businesses, then buy a house on their terms. If you're not financially stable, don't let a house own you. Wait until you're in control.
In 1997, when I released Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that book caused a bit of an upset because I said, your house is not an asset. So in today's world, if you want to be rich, you have to know the difference between assets versus liabilities. One of the reasons so many people are struggling financially today is simply because they're calling their liabilities assets, such as your house is not an asset, your car is not an asset, and things like that. So very simply, when I was a young boy, my rich dad taught me, he says, you have to understand a financial statement. So this is an income statement, this is a balance sheet. Now this is overly simplified. He says, what creates something to be an asset is very simply assets, cash flow money into your pocket. And a liability takes money from your pocket. So for most people, their houses are not assets or liabilities because every month it takes money to live in that house.
Third, you're wasting money on a gym membership you don't use. Gyms love people who sign up and never show up. It's free money for them. If you're paying monthly fees but not going, you're just burning cash. You don't need a gym to stay fit. Try running, bodyweight exercises, or free workout videos online. The real issue isn't the gym, it's your discipline. And if you lack discipline with your health, it's probably bleeding into your finances too. Fix that first and you'll save money while building habits that make you unstoppable. Fourth, you're spending on luxury brands. You might think a $500 designer bag makes you look rich, but it's actually keeping you broke. The wealthy don't buy stuff to impress others. They buy things that grow in value, like stocks or real estate. Chasing status symbols is a loser's game. Instead of dropping $500 on a logo, invest that money in something that pays you back, like a course to upskill or a small stock portfolio. Your bank account doesn't care about your outfit, it cares about your choices.
I've always been big fans of living within your income, and if you do that, you'll have a whole lot more income later on. And I think they will, to a considerable extent, not a perfect extent, they will follow the example of their parents. I mean, if their parents are coveting, every possession of their neighbor, or trying to figure out ways to increase their cost of living without necessarily their standard of living, the kids are likely to pick up on it. But now you can get the reverse effect. If you get too tough with them, they go crazy later on. But people make that election. And incidentally, there are plenty of people that I don't advise to save. I mean, if you're struggling along and making a reasonable income and you have a job with a 401k being put aside for you and you have Social Security, who's to say whether it's better to defer $1 of expenditure on your family on a trip to Disneyland or something that they'll get enormous enjoyment out of, so that when you're 75 you can have a 30-foot boat instead of a 20-foot boat. I mean, there are choices, and there are advantages to spending money in various forms.
Fifth, You're buying a new car. The second you drive it off the lot, it loses thousands in value. Yet so many people go deep into debt for a shiny vehicle they can't afford. High monthly payments, insurance, maintenance, it's a money pit. The rich don't waste cash on things that tank in value. Imagine if you took that $50,000 car loan and invested it in a rental property instead. Within a few years, that property could be paying you monthly while the car's just a depreciating liability. Play the long game, not the flashy one.
How many of you are overspending on your car? Let's talk about it. I recently read a 2022 study showing that the average payment for a new car payment is $686. Let me explain what that means, because to most people it just sounds like a number. When I had a car payment for $350 per month, it was a 4-door Honda Accord, as you would expect, I averaged spending over $1,000 per month on my car. How can that be? My car payment was $350, but when I added in parking, insurance, gas, annual DMV registration, maintenance, parking tickets, and on and on and on, it averaged over $1,000 per month.
Sixth, you're wasting time on TV and video games. A little entertainment is fine, but hours every day on Netflix, gaming, or scrolling social media is killing your future. Time's your most valuable asset, more than money. While you're binge watching, the wealthy are learning, building, and growing their income. You can either consume content or create wealth. It's your choice. Cut back to an hour a day and use the rest to build something real, like a side gig or a new skill. Your future self will thank you. Finally, you're blowing money on extravagant vacations. Travel's great, but not if it's putting you in debt. You don't need to rack up credit card bills for a fancy trip just to post on Instagram. The rich don't travel on borrowed money. They build wealth first, then enjoy the rewards. If you want real freedom, stop spending like you're rich before you are. Save that money, invest it, and let it grow. Then take that dream trip without the financial hangover. It's about delayed gratification, not instant pleasure. If you're falling into these traps, it's time to wake up. Your bank account reflects your habits, not your luck. Stop wasting money on things that keep you broke and start building assets that set you free. I've had to grind through my own setbacks, staying disciplined and cutting out distractions. It's damn hard, but it's the only way to win. Shift your mindset and you'll shift your future. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and like this video. It helps push this content to more people who need to see it. Please subscribe to Nova Society Finance. Always remember to master your money. Don't let your money master you.